Well, I don't know if I'm going to post this one today instead of the one I'm loading up now, or I'm going to wait till tomorrow. One of these will be up today, one will be up tomorrow, whatever. But I was seeing last night there, and I just looked up some news articles. I don't know if anybody's heard. I didn't realize it happened Monday. That's according to the news article. And what was posted online was only posted like 2 hours ago, but I saw this on TikTok last night. But if anybody heard anything about 18,000 cows being killed by an explosion in Texas. And a lot of it doesn't make sense. What the guy was saying on TikTok, and I guess it almost sounded like he was somewhat involved with something with the fire department. Or a fire department, I should say. I don't think he was at that fire. But he was talking about methane gases accumulating, and it got sparked and blew up. Reading through the comments, people were saying other stuff. Some people, like they are from the area, they knew what was going on. And from what I'm reading in this article just now, and none of it makes sense. First off, if anybody watches these channels, even like Farming, Fixing, and Fabricating, they don't have all their cows in one barn. There is no way you can have 18,000 cows in one barn. So if one barn did catch on fire, there's no way they would have minimum, depending on how long they built them, I don't think they would have a barn with more than 600 to 1,000 cows in them. So there's no way there's 18,000 cows in one barn. The news article I just read said that they were all chased up into the holding area being ready to milk. There is no way possible they have enough milkers to milk 18,000 cows in the amount of time. It is standard practice. I believe it's less than 2 hours. That's why guys have cows in different barns, different size groups. Because like I say, you don't want to chase them up to be milked where they're standing there, and I'm pretty sure it's less than 2 hours. That's what's in my head, but it's like 90 minutes or something. So you group cows in a number that you can milk in that amount of time. So they're not standing on there all day. They want them out in the free stalls, laying down, eating as they want, moving around. They don't just want them standing there. So that part doesn't make sense. And the other part was methane gases. Now, if anybody watches 10th Generation Dairymen, that's what they're talking about. They have the pit underneath the barns, and the cows, when they crap, as they walk, it goes through slots in the floor, and it gathers in the pit in the bottom. And manure makes methane. And that's where if you see these other guys, it's got biodigesters on their farm. That's where the manure goes. It's fermenting, making the methane gas. They're collecting the gas to run their generators. And they usually produce enough energy for their farm and can sell back to the grid. Now, a lot of guys don't have this because it's like $600,000 to $1 million, or $600,000 to $1 million to put in one of these biodigesters type things. But yeah, they make the gas, but that's why we have curtains on the walls, so you have natural ventilation keeping that air moving. And it's not only methane, stale air, cows can get pneumonia and stuff. So it makes no sense. I mean, it's possible that methane gas would build up. But for an area where 16 or 18,000 cows are standing, there's no way possible a concentration of that much gas would build up to cause an explosion with enough force, in my opinion, that's just my opinion, to kill 18,000 cows. I mean, that's all could happen. And it's a violent explosion, but I don't see a violent enough explosion because they're saying, I mean, to have in that one area where you have 18,000 cows in one area, to have a big enough explosion to kill 18,000 cows, they're talking maybe 200 or 500 maybe surviving. But the group of cows you would have for that doesn't make sense. But yes, it's like natural gas. If you have a natural gas leak at your stove or something, the gas will build up in your house, hits a pilot light, it'll explode. Methane will do the same thing. I don't know how volatile compared to each are, but the article also said they had one of them vac trucks Badger wagon they call it, vac truck, where it goes down the alleys, and I believe Farming, Fixing, and Fabricating has one of these too, where it's got a squeegee that runs in front of it, V's it in, and it vacuums it up like a septic truck that pumps your septic tanks. Basically the same thing, it's just got a scraper on the front to gather everything. So you can take it to the pit and dump it, because there's areas they probably don't have slots in the floor or whatever. But that article is saying that overheated and caused the fire. Now, I don't believe overheating. Yeah, maybe an electrical short or something could. But none of that adds up to makes any damn sense. Now, over the last year and a half and so, with the number of train derailments, how many chicken farms have you heard catching fire all of a sudden? 100,000 chickens dying. And that stuff just doesn't normally happen. And the number that's been happening, food processors, storage facilities. I mean, none of this makes any sense, and that doesn't make any sense. That just happened to kill 18,000 cows. So are they coming after the dairy industry? Now, that's my issue for the last several years with these BTOs, big time operators. Everybody's got this ego that they got to be bigger and better than the next guy. Everybody's got to be more efficient to make more money. Why? Tell me how consolidating everything down where one guy's doing something is more efficient. For who? Now, yeah, there's technologies out there. I have no use for these robotic milkers. I think that's a joke too. GPS, if you can't sit there and follow a line. Now, I believe there is a place for them things, spreading fertilizer so you're not overlapping, spraying chemicals. I believe that. I don't believe it's necessary to plant corn. If you can't follow a mark, if you're off that 2 inches, whatever, big deal. If you can't hold a straight line, if you got so damn big that you got to be running until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning to stay caught up, well, maybe you are doing too much. Why should one guy be doing 3,000 acres? And, you could have 15 guys doing 200 acres. Everybody around here, there's only very few guys that got more than 200-300 acres, and they make a living. You don't need all these 8RXs and all that crap. You don't need to trade tractors every 2 years. It makes no sense. And it's not just the farming industry, it's everything. I just saw where, I forget which two companies, two of the largest transportation companies have merged. They got over, now it's, one company's got over 25,000 trucks, like 93,000 trailers. They are so big now, what I was seeing, they are going to be giving employees numbers because nobody's going to remember the names, who they're talking to, in what office. Why does, that 25,000 trucks should be between 2,000 guys. So instead of 25,000 guys making $1.20 a mile, or whatever they're making, $2 a mile, where they're only making, by the time they pay everything that they got to pay and shit, that they're only making, $40,000-$50,000 a year, whatever it is. If them 2,000 guys had their own companies, you'd have 2,000 guys, like say, making more money. People would be better off. So this isn't the case here with these 18,000 cows. Okay, 18,000 cows just died. If that 18,000 cows was divided up between 90 guys with 200 cows, one farm would have caught fire, and you lost 200 cows. And I think that's the downfall of the dairy industry here lately, is because everybody thinks, or the way the public thinks, they're getting fed that milk's bad for you, but yet they'll go to Starbucks and buy that crap with all the chemicals and stuff they put in there for flavorings and shit. Same way with plant milks. There's no such thing as plant milk. From plants you get sap, juice, nectar, and oil. And your plant milks are nothing more than an emulsion of oil and water. And if they were so damn good, read the label. They wouldn't be adding all these flavorings and all the minerals. So you look at a jug of milk and it says vitamin A and D added. And the only reason why they add them is because pasteurization destroys them vitamins in the milk. But on plant milks, they'll have 10, 15 different ingredients, flavorings and riboflavin and all these other vitamins added to it. But they make the milk sound like it's bad. And I'm not disagreeing that these bigger farms with their free stalls and everything that they're doing, it's all designed for cow comfort. But the general public that doesn't know nothing, they look at that and they see a factory farm, like these chicken farms, veal farms, hog barns. You know, they show they're on concrete and they're all penned up. That's bad for them. That's not right. And in a way, it's not. But all that is designed for their comfort. But they look at a farm and they see that red barn with the white silo and cows out on pasture. That's what they think of as a farm. And that's the other thing. Why should these 18,000 cows be confined to a barn like that? You know, like I say, if that was over, you know, if they were all on 100 cow dairies, that'd be 180 farms with 100 cows, and at least 3/4 of them would have some sort of pasture for them to go out on. You know, overall, that'd be a better image for the dairy industry. Not that I really care anymore what the dairy industry looks like, but it just, it's unreal how everybody wants to give up everything because they don't want to do it and let somebody else do it. But the ones that are doing it want everything. They can't, you know, they want to make $1 million a year. You can live on $75,000 a year profit. Why do you need to make $1 million a year? Just so you can buy another truck, another tractor, go on vacation to Europe or something? What the hell does any of that stuff mean anyhow? I mean, I don't know, I probably shouldn't be ranting on about this, but like I say, it just makes no sense what they're saying in that article. There is no way that there was 18,000 cows in one building in one area for an explosion that big to take them out. So like I said, with everything else that's going on in this world, something was set up there. Just like these chicken farms. There's no way, and it's been 2 or 3 of them I've seen, 100,000, 180,000 chickens destroyed in a fire. That just doesn't happen. Or maybe that's the design of all this technology. All of the thermostatically controlled stuff that they put in there. Maybe that is the design for them to be shorted out and start these fires. You didn't hear stuff like this when people had manually controlled fans and curtains, and they had to manually go to the barn and check stuff. Now they can just sit there and look on their goddamn phone at an app telling them what the sensors are saying, which 90% of the time, most problems in any vehicle, tractor, or anything, it's a sensor that's gone bad. Maybe that's what happened. They had something on a sensor, and the sensor shorted out, let the thing overheat, and the damn place caught on fire. So you want to trust technology, then go for it, I guess. So, I don't know. I'm just in the mood today that I wanted to rant on something, and that just irked me. So, like I say, it does not make any sense. As with 90% of this world right now. Which probably within the next year it's not going to matter because nobody's going to have money because they're devaluing the dollar. The dollar's going to crash, and you're going to have to go to a digital currency where they're going to control everything of your money then. Not that it matters to me. I don't got no money. I don't have any credit cards now either, so it don't matter to me. Oh, and that's the other thing I seen today. Watch out, too. If you got a credit card that is RFID readable, if it's got these 3 squiggle lines that look like a speaker sound, watch that where you go. I just saw a thing where this woman went to a grocery store. There was a Safeway, bought her stuff, went to pay for it in cash. Cashier took her money, goes back and looks, oh, it's already been paid for by your credit card. She never took her credit card out of her purse, yet that RFID reader read her card from her purse. Now, it's supposed to be so close to the thing you're supposed to tap it, but that thing can still read it from her purse and charged her for it. And was seeing in that video, because they talked to somebody else, because she reported to the Attorney General, and there's an American Express card and a couple other places. And it's not the first time this happened. So like I say, people, you're giving up your control on stuff for your conveniences, and it's giving up control for conveniences is going to take your freedoms. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch up you. Like I say, maybe I'll post this one today or tomorrow. Who knows? And then the other one will be right after that. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch up with you later.